Welcome to the North Florida Railway Museum. Located about 30 minutes south of Jacksonville, the museum is located in the Reynolds Industrial Park in Green Cove Springs, Florida. The museum was established in 1989 to preserve, restore, and display the railroad history of North Florida through its equipment, library, models, and displays, along with the promotion of railroad safety. The museum's equipment represents the Mississippi Export Railroad, the Northern Pacific Railway, the Atlantic Coastline Railroad, the Florida East Coast Railway, and the Southern Railway. The museum's 44-tonner was the 13th of its type to be built. Built in December 1940 by General Electric for the Mississippi Export Railway, it was used by the Short Line along with a sister 44-tonner for 15 years. In 1955, it was sold to the Pullman Standard Car Company for use at their Bessemer, Alabama plant. The North Florida Railway Museum purchased the locomotive in mid-2002 and is currently in the process of restoring it. The Northern Pacific Railway purchased this baggage car for service on its North Coast Limited passenger train. The car remained in service on the Northern Pacific until it merged to form the Burlington Northern. The car was retained by the Burlington Northern and remained away service until 1987, when it was purchased by the North Florida chapter of the National Railway Historical Society for use in Norfolk Southern's steam excursion trains. When this program ended in 1994, the car was converted to be the museum's exhibit car. The Atlantic Coastline Railway Post Office was delivered to the railroad in 1912 as one of 6 cars in an order from the Pressed Steel Company. It was later modernized by the Atlantic Coastline at its Rocky Mountain, North Carolina shops and outshopped on April 18, 1955. After mail service ended on railroads, the car would continue to serve the ACL and its merged lines in maintenance of way service until its retirement, and is currently used as a shop car by the museum. The Florida East Coast Railway purchased the 10-6 sleeping car Bahamian in 1949 from the Pullman Standard Company. The car was assigned to many of the passenger trains that ran along the FEC, including the East Coast Champion. After passenger service ended on the FEC in 1968, the car was sold to the Canadian National Railroad, where it was renamed Deep River. After being transferred to Via Rail at its creation, the car was privately purchased before being donated to the museum. The Via Rail ownership is still evident by the paint scheme and some of the interior details, including the signs in both English and French. Southern Boxcar 33744 was part of a 975 car order built by the Pullman Standard Company between November 1965 and January 1966. It is 50 foot 6 inches long and 10 foot 6 inches high. The car is sublettered for the Cincinnati, New Orleans, and Texas Pacific Railway. It is currently used by the museum for storage. The Atlantic Coastline 37506 is a Class O-38 boxcar built in 1964 by the Pullman Standard Company at its Bessemer, Alabama plant. As new cars were ordered and the ACL merged with other railroads, the car was renumbered as well as repurposed several times. The museum currently uses it for storage. The Southern Railway X369 bay window caboose was built in November of 1974 by Gant Manufacturing Company for the Southern Railway. It weighs 52,900 pounds and it was equipped with a radio and an axle-driven generator. It was purchased by the North Florida chapter of the National Railway Historical Society from the Norfolk Southern Railway in the early 1990s and later transferred to the museum. It is currently undergoing a complete restoration. The museum is generally open on the 1st, 3rd, and 5th Saturdays of each month. We are a volunteer-run organization. Therefore, before you visit, it is recommended that you contact us to ensure that we will be open. We look forward to seeing you soon at the North Florida Railway Museum.